Hello, Bilal. Sorry, you see,
Hi,
we
Lucy.
just talked about it 2 seconds ago. How are you, Bilal?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm very glad to be here with you. Thanks for the
No,
invite.
I'm really happy, and thank you so much for being here with us today. We are super excited because the your first mint is really soon, the 22. So
Yeah,
it
in less
was
than a
the
week
perfect.
now.
Yeah, exactly. Are you excited about it?
We're obviously super excited, super stressed, but it's a
Yeah.
good stress. We're actually, I would say, um, yeah, more anticipating um, than being afraid of anything. The community is just amazing. There's no
Mhm.
doubt the launch will be successful, and
Yeah.
we're already very much um, focused on the next step to deliver the game as soon as possible, and to put in place the right incentive for all the users and the gamers.
Oh, it's okay. It's great. So already I can see that we have Arduin who say Doga Doga, and Amy who say yes, Doga Doga. So for
Hi
everybody,
there.
I know that you can let any comment on YouTube, and I can post it straight away during the live. So if you have any question, please don't hesitate. So Bilal, first question. I just want to know a bit more about yourself, just your background, and of course, who is behind this team, this project. I mean, how does all of this appear? Like from your background, first of all, are you in the
Well,
text in some ways, or
yeah, very quickly. I'm a French scientist. I graduated in math and physics. I worked in different industries as a mathematician. Then I went to business school. I kind of worked for big corporates, like most of my comrades. But I've always been passionate about entrepreneurship and technology. And less than maybe a year, yeah, a year of active work. I started my first company, which is called EquiSafe.
okay,
It's a B2B software based on blockchain that do basically security tokens or tokenizations. We're responsible for the first real estate transaction in Europe in the summer 2029.
wow,
And basically, at some point, I decided to quit the company, which still exists and has more than 150 clients,
wow,
to create a
nice.
game. I've always been passionate about games, and yeah, so I started brainstorming what types of games I could do. I met with Adrian, one of the co-founders of Dogami, which was an investor of my previous company. And Adrian, for the record, was the CEO of Wamis.com, which is kind of the Wikipedia for cats and dogs. And we
Okay,
were walking
nice.
around this famous Parisian park, which is called Jardin du Luxembourg. And,
Beautiful.
and I was saying, yeah, I want to do a game. He was saying, hey, why not doing something in the pet industry? And I said, okay, what kind of pop culture universe we could leverage from to do that. And basically automatically we thought of Tamagotchi, and it was like kind of a
Hmm.
eureka moment, or it was a no-brainer that we basically had to redo that. After digging, we've seen that there was also Nintendo, and Nintendo was
Yeah,
very much
huge.
successful. And
Mm-mm.
and what was funny is that Tamagotchi started in in basically this, and then and then
Yes, I had one, by the way, and I loved it. A lot of
and then
attention, I have to say.
yeah, you have to, and the game is
Yeah.
also, you will have to give them a lot of
Yes.
attentions.
Yes.
And it was funny to see how this Tamagotchi evolved into Nintendo playing in a console. And we said, okay, why not putting it in your pocket, and do a mobile game trying to reinvent Tamagotchi with NFTs and augmented reality to so NFT was a very good approach, because
Hmm.
it brings real value in the gaming part. um, it creates digital scarcity, that 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 gives you trust in the fact that you're playing with a unique asset and it's yours, and nobody can play with it.
Hmm.
um, and then we said, okay, let's try to push the boundaries of what we can do with this game a little bit further. And we're thinking on how we could leverage this metaverse
Yeah.
trends. and basically we didn't opt for virtual reality, we opted for augmented reality. And we like to say that our game is kind of at the intersection of Tamagotchi and Pokemon Go because of this augmented reality. But what we're trying to do that is different from Pokemon Go is that in Pokemon Go, two people could go at the same place, get the same thing. So basically the world that they were playing in was not shared by the players. And that's what we want to create, what we call a social augmented reality world, where basically two people cannot get the same thing from the same place within the space. And so it makes it shared. And so once you do that, it opens a myriad of new possibilities in terms of socialization within the game.
Well, you know what is really interesting is that you first had the idea of the game, and then you bring the NFT and the blockchain technology inside. Because now we see a lot of NFTs, and then they propose a game. But first, the first initiate idea was NFTs. You did first what's gonna be the goal, the final goal, and then you use this blockchain technology to bring it. So it's really nice because it really means that since the beginning, your focus is on the game, the experience that you're gonna provide for the users, and this is really cool because it's something that is not really common.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a good way to give utility to NFTs, contextualizing them within a game, and obviously we were not specifically the first one of trying to do NFTs in gaming. So we had to differentiate ourselves, and to differentiate ourselves, we really tried to be professional. I invite everyone to read the white paper. For me, it's next level white paper. You will see it's very dense, very detailed. We want people to understand what we do, to understand it on a macro level, but also on a micro level, and not just having kind of the overall vision. And I think that's also thanks to the team, and I feel very lucky to be surrounded with such amazing people within the team. I quoted Adrien, but I should quote also Maximilian, our CEO. I should quote Chris, our Chief Branding Officer, which has an amazing experience. He worked with several luxury brands before us, and he's bringing that to Dogami. And obviously we have Grigory Magadou, our art director. He's basically responsible for the beautiful dogs that you guys are seeing. And there is so much more people. Like we're 30 now within the Dogami.
30, wow.
Yeah, and everyone is so engaged in the project. So we're thriving. I'm thriving working with such amazing team.
Yeah, no, it's totally true. What you created so far, it's something really complete. It's a beautiful universe, and of course, everybody loves dog. Everybody wants to have their own dog, and why not have the same dog or maybe different? Because we're gonna talk about this, but you can have like special dog. And actually, about this white paper, I've been through, and it's true. It's really detailed and complete. But what people who are with us right now should what they should keep in mind, what are the kind of foundations, the really important things to retain from the games. If we start from the beginning, you have your dog, so you mean first of all you're gonna have your NFTs as a dog, right? And the
so
day
on the 22nd you will be buying a puppy. There will be a puppy. 8,000 puppies, 10 breeds, 800 per breed, which makes an original drop of 8,000. What's great with dogs, just as an apartheid, is that there's more than 300 breeds. So it allows us to create a very large and diverse population for what we want to be a mass market game. So you don't have that in cats. There's several things that in several other mammifers you don't have this specificities, this diversity. And so you buy a puppy. The first phase of the game is a single player phase where basically you guys have to nurture your puppy. So nurture means that you have up to 20 actions that you need to teach him. You will have essential actions like feed him, like wash him, and you will have non-essential action like teaching him how to give the paw and stuff like that. And once you have successfully taught those 20 tricks, so here you know that the game is also a pedagogic game because you
Yeah.
will learn how to raise a dog by playing it. And I'm thinking of all the parents that have their children's, hey mom, dad, can I have a dog? Now they can put a Dogami in their hand and see if they're worth
Oh
buying
no,
one.
it's super
So
smart.
yeah, that's a good utility.
Good idea to find prestige store. Exactly. You want to have a dog? Fine, fine. First of all, use Dogami. See if your
Exactly.
dog survive. Okay, make him grow, make him successful. Bring some Doga, and then we can talk. I think it's pretty. It's a good way to see it.
Exactly.
It's a really
Exactly.
good way.
And then the second phase of the game is more multiplayer. And so
Mhm.
people will engage
Yeah.
in mini games just like Mario Party. And
Okay.
you will be able to become a skater dog, a police dog, a beauty dog,
Wow.
and several other career paths.
Mhm.
So the game will be evolutive.
Mhm.
What's amazing is that very, very quickly we'll turn into a DAO,
Okay.
so that the different the different upgrades or game orientations will be decided by the players. We are also thinking of having the players contribute to the content,
Okay.
in order to have experiences within the augmented reality world that is created by other people than us. Um, so yeah, we envision a very fun game, very interactive,
Okay.
and the game will not be the only part of the game. We're thinking of releasing an amazing merchandising strategy that is
Yeah.
linked to your Dogami, and so your accessories that you have in the game, you will be able also to have them in real life.
For your dog.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really cool. So just we have few questions over here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put them like this. So Nathan ask, how will jobs work? As example, space dog.
Very good question. So when we talk about jobs within the metaverse, and we'll talk about it shortly, I guess.
Mhm.
We were more thinking, well, obviously we'll be creative and we'll find new jobs, but what we call jobs is the idea of being able to be a dog sitter or
Mm-mm.
to lend your NFT to another player if you're not
Okay.
playing with it,
Mm-mm.
so that the player can, well, another player which maybe doesn't have a Dogami can
Mhm.
rent one
Okay,
and play
nice.
with it, and obviously share the rewards that are generated from there. So that's the first type of job.
Mhm.
If the space dog, we call them more like a career. And
Okay.
basically, once you complete a career, you add some specific attribute linked to this career within the genetics of your dog, that basically increase the chances of your offspring to be scarce. So that's what I can say for now.
Okay. No, no, it's so you know what? I didn't know that you could do a dog sitting. So it's really nice because actually, if you don't own, if you cannot sadly have your own dog, you can still, be part of the game and be part of the metaverse. So this is
Exactly.
really inclusive for everybody to maybe just have a try first and then maybe fight hard to get a dog.
Exactly.
And so I
Exactly.
just have a question: Is this possible? Is it possible because you say that it's gonna be an open environment? So which is really nice because you'll be able to see other owner or the dog. Is it possible to do puppies with two different dogs from someone else?
Yeah, of course, of course. So breeding is obviously part of the game,
Mm-hmm.
even though we didn't want it to make it central.
Okay.
Um, so it's very hard to breed. To breed, you have to complete at least one career pass.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, oh, I have a Dogami, I can breed. And then the mechanism that we've put in place is that you will have to pay a dating fee,
Okay.
in order to be able to arrange a meeting with
Yes.
with a female or a male.
The
And
Tinder
then
of dog.
exactly exactly, and then obviously you're going to make out,
Mm-hmm.
and then there will be a blind auction
Okay.
between both parents to decide who keeps the offspring.
Okay.
And the person who lose the the blind auction gets the money of the one who won it. And so here they will also pay part of this money, will pay a breeding fee to us to create the offspring. And we use very advanced procedurals, techniques that basically on the spot will be able to generate a new Dogami mixed from the two parents, both in terms of look,
rarity, and
but
and
also
skills.
in terms of genetics, and also
Of
in terms
course.
of genetics, exactly.
And it's gonna be arbitrary. It means that even if, for example, like the puppy gonna have maybe some specific characteristic of the mom and of the dad, if I can say like this, but it will be like a surprise. So maybe you will have like a dog with this kind of skills, specified this trait of personality, and this is really nice because, as you said, there is plenty of possibility of creation. So maybe the goal gonna be, if you have a super rare dog that you maybe want to breed it with another super rare dog and see what is going on.
Exactly. So about rarity, there's several things that are very interesting in Dogami. The first thing is that obviously when you get your Dogami, you can calculate a rarity score from it. But the more you'll be playing with your Dogami, the more you can increase its rarity. And so we can find gold dogs that are more scarce than diamond dogs, which is very interesting because it's not set in stone. You actually have an interval on which you can improve or decrease the rarity of your dog depending on how you play with it.
No, this is really, really cool, I have to say.
And other things that is very cool, sorry,
tell us, no, please tell us,
is that we will only, us as Dogami or the mother company, we will only be creating original dogs, so pure race dogs. So you'll see that the rarity can be apprehended in different ways because, for example, if you create a mixed dog offspring, obviously it's a new race. It probably exists, otherwise you won't be able to do it. But obviously, since we want to produce this dog, he will be actually very rare because it's going to be the only mixed dog from those two.
No, it's really impressive, and I really like the fact that your rarity of your dog actually can increase or decrease, because most of the time, like if we just talk about normal NFT, if I can call them like that, you luckily you have something really rare or not, and then it's done, But in this, even though you don't have maybe a really rare specimen, you can still breed it, you can improve it, you can play with it, and you can actually earn Doga. And so we have a question over here. Let me check on the chat. So we have Luca who asked if it's possible to walk his dog in station F.
Yes, there is. So there's two features that are fun. There's what we call the learn to earn. So basically, as you'll be playing, you'll also have tests. And if you answer well those questions about dog life, you will win extra Doga. And we have another thing that we call move to earn. And basically, we're connected to the accelerometer of your iPhone. And basically, the more you work, the more you increase this coefficient in the formula that increase your potential reward. So yes, you can walk your dog in Station F. It's actually very much advised. Okay,
so Luca, you have your answer. No, it's a really great. And so if we look on the date, so 22, it's how we call that?
The private sale.
As a private sale, then 20.
So what's the program of the
exactly
sale? So on the 22nd there will be the private sale. This is reserved for the people that have been whitelist. How do you get a whitelist? You have to interact in the Discord and participate in the various games and competition. Very recently we had a competition for we asked people to write poems. Just before that, we asked people to use the Instagram filter that we've created for Dogami, and basically show their Dogamis wherever they are. And so regarding the public sale, we're doing something very particular, is that we're creating another whitelist for the public sale in order to avoid being spammed by bots, or having bots just scalp all the tickets, all the Dogamis. So we'll create an additional whitelist for the public sale. And so in terms of planning, on the 22nd you have the private. On the 23rd you have the whitelist selection for the public sale. There will be 3 whitelists in 3 different time zones to make it fair for people in America, for people in Europe,
this is really nice.
Asia. And then on the 24th, we'll open the public sale for the people that are whitelisted. And on the 25th, we'll open the rest of the Dogamis to everyone. And so like that, the bots will battle on the remaining Dogamis, and will not decrease the user experience for 95% of the dog lovers.
Wow. So over here in the comments, we have some people who are really active and who desperately would love to be in a whitelist.
I know. I'm receiving like 100. I'm receiving 100 messages on Twitter, on Telegram,
of course,
on LinkedIn every day. If I could, I would whitelist you guys. but I mean, it's not unfair for all the people that are participating in the games. But yeah, my advice is that just follow what's happening on Discord. The future games will be less hard, and hopefully you'll be able to get a whitelist. Don't worry.
Yeah, so for all the people over here, there is still another whitelist coming, so just be active and you're gonna make it.
Yeah, they're gonna get it, and otherwise you can buy the floor price for us.
Natal said we are 5 on the chat, maybe you can do something for the whitelist.
Yeah, I can.
Let's see, maybe later. It's recorded, so maybe they said the real Doga support are here. I mean, it's true. The chat is really active, and it's the 5 people that are, responding to.
Okay, let's say I have 5 whitelist spots for the people listening here.
For the 5, we do it. We do it. Okay, guys. Okay, congrats to you two guys. I just gonna do a screenshot and thank you.
You send them to me.
So you see, guys. You'll get your white spots. Anyway, the chat is recorded. So till now,
I just told you the whitelists were easier to get.
Yes,
you see?
yes. No, but no, I think it's good. Yeah, people up. Woohoo! Great. You see. No, I have to say that it's a really good. You have a huge community. The Discord group is crazy. Like this metaverse is gonna be something. Huh? It's we are all so excited about it.
Yeah. Me too. I can't wait to make the drop, because there's so many other things to do, and they're even more cool and funnier, and I want to get there.
I just gonna say for the chat. So for these 5 people, 5 person, you can contact me directly, because my message I open on my Twitter, and I will transfer your Twitter accounts to Bilal, if that's fine for you.
They can give you their Discord ID, and you give me their Discord ID, and make sure they are on the Doga Discord. But I guess yes.
Exactly.
And then they will unlock some new channels called OG channels, and one of those OG channels is called Register Wallet, and you can register your wallet there. Please beware, Ledger Wallets doesn't work. Don't use centralized exchange wallets. The best Tezos wallets are Temple, which is the equivalent of MetaMask. Kukai, which is very simple. You can log in with your social network, and AirGap, which is a mobile wallet.
Okay, great. No, people are really happy, so I think it's good. No, look, it's so nice. They are really supporting you. They were commenting even before, so I think they really deserve this whitelist. Look, they say you rock, so it's great. So just I have few little questions, and then I'll set you free in like 6 minutes, okay? So you mentioned Tezos. So I know the answer, but maybe for the people who don't know, why Tezos? Why did
Good
you choose
question.
Tezos?
Good question. So the key reason. So on our side, what was going to be the key reason that would impact our choice of technology? And it was the time to market. We wanted to release the game as quickly as possible. And my expertise, because my previous company was on Tezos, my expertise relied on Tezos, and I know the technology very well. I've developed most of the things you could develop on Tezos, whether it is smart contract standard, indexing, tutorials, formal verification, etc. And so I felt comfortable in delivering the project on Tezos.
Okay.
There are obviously other reasons that are all as much as pragmatic as the one I said. Obviously, when you compare to layer to Ethereum to EVM, you have different choices. So L1 Ethereum is very expensive, and so to onboard the mass market, it was just not possible. Layer 2 were not very stable. Polygon and Avax, they kind of rebooted. Cardano and Solana as well. And on the opposite, you have Tezos, which made 6 upgrades and is using proof of stake since day one. So the technology is also very much stable. I really believe in that. And finally,
and for the volume of people that you're gonna attract, you needed something really strong to support it. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. And what we believe in is that for a crypto native, it's not very difficult to switch and get to Tezos, whether they like it or not. And for someone who never learned about blockchain, it's going to be their first experience, so it doesn't make much difference.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, if you want to go for it, at some point you just have to jump and do it, and it's fine.
Exactly. And gas fee, they're like 1 cent. And actually what we've seen is that the NFT community on Tezos is very much active.
Yes, I
Object.com and Iketnunk and Rarible, they support Tezos. They have like 30% of the active users of OpenSea, which is obviously a lot as well. There are less volumes because people got rich much more in EVM than in Tezos, but yeah, we've seen that a lot of people are experimenting NFTs on Tezos. So it felt like a nice place for beginners.
I totally agree, and even the gas fee are obviously lower, so it makes more sense for everybody. Yeah. Everybody is winning, so it's good. So my last question, I don't know if you can answer to it, but one of your major partner is Sandbox. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Investor partner. Yeah.
So you are very close to Sébastien Borget, the CEO and co-founder of Sandbox, which is French.
Yeah, French team.
And probably one of the kindest blockchain entrepreneur in the space.
I never had the luck to meet him, but he seems a really a cool person.
He's adorable. Yeah, he's adorable.
So for the next Dogami party, I will be here. Promise. This time I will be.
Yeah. Actually, I was talking with Seb this morning to organize it. It's going to be in April.
It's going to be a costume party? All of the dogs that we're going to have? It could be an idea. Not too difficult. Too difficult. So just my last question was, so Sandbox is your major partner and you are building the Petaverse. Do you think one day it might be possible, to jump from the Petaverse to a Sandbox, for example, with your own dogs? Is it something that you consider maybe one day?
Yeah. Of course, we highly consider it. It's the future of open. It's the vision of the open metaverses. So the Petaverse is something very particular because it's an augmented reality world. But so we're not leveraging virtual reality, we're leveraging augmented reality. But the assets, the 3D animated assets that are developed are called metaverse ready, and they can be used in kind of both environments. What's particular is that with Sandbox is that they use voxel, so it's not very the files are not really compatible. But we are working very hard on interoperability between EVM chains and Tezos. So we'll be building a bridge, we'll be releasing a bridge very soon. And we'll actually be releasing what we call a meta bridge, and I won't tell more. but it's going to be very fun, and you will be able to leverage your avatar in the sandbox.
Oh, it seems really promising, huh? Really cool. Okay,
Thanks.
so
There's so much
thank
things to
you.
do.
Yes, it's just the beginning. I think everybody is ready. Everybody is ready for the mint and ready to, you know, to breed the dog, to make the game.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
yeah, you
There
have
will
a
be
really
several.
strong community. Huh? Beautiful.
Thanks.
Huh?
And we'll be rewarding them because every
Yeah.
Dogami owner will get a cashback in
Mm-mm.
Doga.
Great.
So keep your Dogamis.
Okay, so perfect. Thank you so much, Bilal, for your time.
Thank you, Lucy.
And thank you for this whitelist post, for this 5% who were here with us today. You know, it was a nice surprise, not organizing at all, but I think it's a good reward for the true supporters that you have. So I will send you the name as soon as I receive it on my Twitter. I send it to you. And they already said that everything is ready. We have one. Everybody is super happy. So
great.
It's amazing. Okay, so thank you so much. We all of us, we cannot wait to see the future of it. And I just want to say one last thing. Doga Doga. Let's
Stay
go.
tuned. Thank you, Lucy,
Thank you
for the
so
invite.
much.
I was glad.
Have a good night.
Take care.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.